So the project consists of 2 cardiac cath labs. Within the building footprint, we have a 10-bed day case ward. We also have dirt and clean utilities. There's an integral 50-metre linkway which links back to the existing hospital where the original 20-year-old cardiac cath labs are situated.
It's pride in a facility that's really making a difference to patients. It's pride in a facility that our staff love to work in. And the fact that we've done it in such a resourceful way as well. So this modular build, working with our partners, the Darwin Group, with Studio for the Architects. A modular build, when you stand in it, it doesn't feel modular. It's designed to last 60 years. So it's got real sustainability, but it's been really cost effective to build. And the other thing is we were able to build it very quickly.
Since October 22, when this facility opened, to date we've treated 2,700 patients. This has been an increase on the ability that we previously were able to treat, an uplift of 20%. We can see more patients on a daily basis. We've got a greater number of recovery beds, so we've increased that by 60%. Previously it was a lot smaller than that. So this has had a really positive impact on our service delivery.
I mean, one thing that struck me is a year on is still how pristine it looks actually. It's, you know, it's worn well in its first year. I go back to some wards and they're just smashed already. They just get so much use. I mean, this is getting the use, but it's got the space and it's got the protection.
In the year that it's been open, we've been able to treat more patients on each list because of the increased facilities we have for recovery. And we also have dedicated rooms to allow for the more minor procedures to be done outside of the cath lab, which again enhances our ability to see the numbers of patients that we can get through.
Yeah, the last 12 months have been a total change to what we had before. We're now turning up to work and working in a bright, modern, purpose-built facility where our surroundings are helping us to look after patients well rather than working against us.
I arrived at 7:30 in the morning for a procedure approximately around about 8:30, 9 o'clock, and I left the hospital after the procedure approximately 5:30. Being the first patient up here, it's a great honour and a privilege to be the first person to set everything rolling for other people to follow after me. I feel great for it, very, very grateful.
I think the differences are huge. I've heard from a patient this morning that, you know, she would have had to go to the Brompton to get her surgery done, but we've actually managed to look after her here. So that means she gets a quicker recovery. She's not such a long time away from her loved ones. They can drop her off and pick her up, and she's with them immediately as opposed to them having to jump on a train to go and visit them as well.
I think being here today and witnessing this fantastic event is very special, first of all. Something that will stay with me for a very, very long time. You know, knowing how many hours and all the work that went into this project and to see everybody enjoying it and what it's actually bringing to the local community and to speak to some of the clinicians and seeing how well received the building is, I think that's probably just the icing on the cake.
We couldn't have built this facility without Darwin Group working in the way they do with our clinicians. So our clinicians work very closely. They were invited to do that by Darwin Group. Darwin Group management, from all of the people from the very top of the organisation down to the people on the floor, were fantastic. They engaged closely, they worked with us, they listened to ideas, they gave us ideas. We overcame some really tricky problems actually, because the cath lab needs a very specific specification. And they worked with us to make that happen. So they were outstanding partners, and I'd have to say without their input and their management, we just wouldn't be here today, I don't think.
Our buildings touch the lives of many thousands of people every year, and it's been great to hear from the dedicated and skilled staff at the cath labs, their positive experience and the difference that this state-of-the-art facility has made in delivering life-saving care. At Darwin Group, we put patient needs at the forefront of everything we do, and whilst we are specialists at healthcare construction, we recognise that the NHS staff that work within our buildings are the experts at understanding what will deliver the best levels of client care.